Here we are then. Drivers that have been knocked out from qualifying in their starting positions for the race is Neelix in 11th, Orange Crush in 12th, Ned Claw in 13th, and sadly Stevo didn't get to set a time after he crashed out in that session. He starts from 14th, and the drivers through to compete for pole position are Being Emotional, LP Smoke, Top Chef, ST2OH, Scott Lenny, Dorsey, Hicklin, Zach, Jules, and Gareth.
It's possible to go from the back to the front. You just got to have a perfect start and go with it. Just put your way through. But as Zach's beat
goes quickest. Yeah, with the 32.3. Good lap from Zach. That's second quicker than Jules there. So you can see as the track gets drier and drier, it's just better for you. As we've got Scott coming up to the line now in the Ferrari. What's he going to do? He goes quickest with a 32.2. So the drivers are just getting quicker and quicker here as the track dries up even more. We've got Dorsey now around in the penultimate turn. What can he do? The only people left out on circuit still are Jules and Dorsey. Those are the only ones that can ruin Scott's pole position here. So up to the line comes Dorsey. What's it going to be? It's a 31.2.
A whole
second quicker, and I think Jules is backed out of his lap.
The uncertainty of...
As you can see there, the guys at the top, all on the dry tyres, and this is the rundown. So Dorsey will be starting the race from pole, almost a second quicker there than the Ferrari driver of ST2RH. You've got Zach, that's a better performance from him. He starts from third. Jules, sadly, couldn't get that run in at the end there. He starts fourth. LP Smoke, didn't get a dry run in, starts fifth. Gary starts seventh. Top Chef starts eighth. Sorry, Scott Laney, I've just missed him out. He starts sixth. Then you've got Hicklin starting ninth, and Being Emotional. He was out there on the dry tyres, but didn't make it round in time. He didn't set a single time in that session, and that will mean he'll start from down in 10th. Perfect. Can come to you later on in the lap and see what you've got to say. Right, so here we are then. We have 3, 4, 5 lights here. And we are racing. It looks like Scott's got a really good start there. And Zach as well. I think that's the alpha there of Jules getting a poor getaway. But Dorsey looks like he's leading us down to turn 1. One of them, McLaren's in the background as well. Looks like he's had a shocker. That's Gareth. He's dropped down quite a few positions. 5 positions to be exact. We got a Toro Rosso wide there. That's LP Smoke. He's up into 4th though. But now Zach trying to challenge Scott down into turn 3 there. Couldn't make it stick. Dorsey leads us away.
There's a bit of contact between the McLaren and the McLaren of Gareth and Hicklin. There's a bit of contact pushing Gareth and Hicklin off the track.
Really slow start away in the background, but now we've got Scott and Zach trying to challenge one another. Scott having to go defensive here from the Haas driver. A bit of pollen on the camera there, but really late on the brakes there from Scott. So, looks like a triple French flag there, so must be a nice tribute, but he's holding on to second place at the minute. We've got some movement going on in the background. Let's see what's going on here. This is a battle between Orange Crush and Gareth. We've got a Haas trying to make a move on an Alpha in the background as well there. That's Neelix, who's had a poor start.
For a move on Top Chef. Top Chef got a horrible exit off the family corner. Ooh, bit of wheel banging.
Trying to go around the outside into turn 1. That's a brave move, but where's Top Chef gone? Oh, he looks like he's lagged backwards there. That's a shame for Top Chef, or is he spun entirely? Let's have a look.
I think he may have
he's off the circuit. He might have spun. Not sure what's happened there. He was on the inside of Gary and then just completely disappeared off my screen. But we'll go to Smoke now, who's on the back of Zach. Managed to catch back up. He was trying to defend for Scott Lanny in the first lap, but now he's all over the back of Zach and alongside him. Of course, no DRS just yet. We're only on lap 2. We get that on lap 3, which we're within a second of the car in front in the 2 detection zones. Sadly, Stevo bricks out.
See if I can stay in Steve negative position.
It's side by side here.
It's a shame. Sorry, Steve, mate.
Side by side, this will be a brave move from Smokey. He can go around the outside in turn 10. He's holding it in there. Oh, there's a little bit of contact, but he's made it stick. Great move there from LP Smoke, and Zach's actually dropped further down. Oh, Zach's round. Oh, and drivers having to avoid him there. Orange Crush did really well to avoid, and same with Hicklin. Nearly crashing into the back of Orange Crush himself after the lock up and get out of the way. But a bit of a shame for Zach there, and he's picked up a bit of damage as well. It was a brave move from Smoke round the outside. Oh, and that's Orange Crush round as well. So bit of a drama already in this race. We've had 2 drivers round. We've had a driver crashed out, and Dorsey is already starting to get away a little bit in the lead here.
Being emotional, commanding at the moment, going up 5 places and is challenging Scott at the moment. Being emotional, showing some early pace in this Williams.
We've got Neelix and Top Chef going at it though into turn 1. Top Chef through, and squeezes Neelix a little bit wide there. That was a bit cheeky from Top Chef. I know, really good start here. He is up 5 places, so flying in his Williams. Zach's the biggest loser in that, down 10 places on the 3rd lap here. But that's helping Smoke, I wish they. It's all over the place at the minute. Seems to be going off the
Scott
road.
Going round the
I haven't seen him pick up any penalties.
Gary's gone round
Gary
the
now
outside.
round the outside. Great move there into turn 8 from the Williams driver, but can Scott Laney come back at him here?
Setups for the dry, but of course just the qualifying, so maybe running partially wet setups. Just have to wait and see if anyone's been hindered by that.
Oh, here goes Hickman on Gareth. He's got a bit of front wing damage actually, but he's made the move work into turn 3 there, and he is now up past the McLaren up into 8th place. And Top Chef is flying now. He's got past Gareth because he set the fastest lap. And now he's up
outside
into,
Scott.
He's up into 6th place. But yeah, here we go. Smoke alongside the Ferrari driver now. This is looking rather easy with the straight line speed and DRS activating. And now Gary in the Williams is trying to get involved as well. And Scott actually right round the outside holds it. Lovely bit of defending there from Scott. Could Smoke come back in though with a good exit now? Going down into turn 10. He's going to have the inside line here. We've seen 2 drivers go through here already. Smoke and Zach. There was a little bit of contact. Will it be cleaner this time? Zach, in fact, completely off the road there to try and not force any contact. But Gary must be rubbing his hands together. And the soft tyres, he's definitely going to have to go again. So obviously, Scott could take them to the end now. He looks after them. But here we go. Top Chef now in the DRS on Scott Laney for 4th place, powering by in the Mercedes. Rather easy move there with DRS activated. Riding on board currently on the mediums. Quicker tyre out to Smoke in front on the hards. But now, can he make a move? Smoke will defend the inside. He's going to have to go round the outside here. Is the Williams driver? Can he do it? Into turn 1. Yes, he can.
Yes,
Good
he can.
move from Gary, and he's got that one done. But can Smoke come back at him? Because we've seen already how quick Smoke is in a straight line. With that much ERS as well. That's the problem for him.
You
Here
can
you
see
go.
that
Gary
both
instantly showing Gary.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go around the outside now. Can he do so? No, he can't. He's going to go for a switchback. I tell you what, that'd be a nice move. Just not on there for the Toro Rosso driver. You can just see it. Once the gap has built up that much, it's just really hard to gain it back because of how consistent now these drivers are.
Orange Crush is round in the 2nd sector.
Yeah, it's been a torrid race for Orange Crush, hasn't it? Dorsey need to be really thinking about putting those softs on there. Obviously, they can push them more. They'll be able to push the tyre more with less laps, but you don't want to go to the cliff edge on the hards or mediums, especially those mediums tyres. But there's Gareth running wide. They're actually just conceding the place there. Impressive driving from Dorsey though, getting those to lap 19. He's got the same distance as Smoke has on a set of hards. But the interesting one now, obviously Dorsey's going to come back out in the lead. The interesting one is to see where Smoke comes out relative to Gary. I'm still going to keep an eye on Gareth versus Neelix, but I'm just going to run a board now with the Toro Rosso driver. I just want to see where Gary is in relation to him, because obviously, there you go, Gary is by. You can see him there on the left of your screen, and actually it's going to be close to Top Chef here. They're going to be side by side into turn 1, and Top Chef is actually through past Smoke. Smoke's going to have a tyre advantage to the end, yes, but it's another driver who's got to get past here to try and get then up to the back of Gary to try and get back his 2nd place. Some yellow flags in second 2. Might be Orange Crush. Yeah, yes, there's Orange Crush to the left of these two there. But you see the grip Smoke has got right on board with him here. All over the back of Top Chef already.
This, if you call back the Div 2 race, is like what happened to me at the end of the race. Quicker drivers coming to me when I was on the hards as well. It's definitely a weird strategy to get right, unfortunately. So, yeah.
I'll stay with this battle, but here you go. This is going to be a move now, isn't it, Callum?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a call back to yesterday for me. Williams being overtaken into this hairpin with a guy on the soft base.
Point in this race, because Neelix has got himself back into 10. But now we've got the 2 Ferrari drivers who are going to go out here. How big is Scott going to defend this? Obviously, we've got 10 seconds to the driver in front, and There you go. Nicklaw with the DRS flies by on the straight. Thought Scott might just defend that a little bit more than he did there, but that's rather an easy move between teammates. But tell you what, will Scott come back in here? He's tucked in behind him again. I don't think Scott's given this one up here. Let's see. Into turn 10. Slightly.
On the same DRS,
side by side, and he's gone back through here.
And then
Almost looked like he just let him back through there.
Yeah.
A couple of corners. Try and flip back to Top Chef. Hopefully Top Chef leaves it for the final turn on the final lap here, so we're able to see that. But here is Dorsey now, up to the line. Been a great race from the Renault driver, and takes 4 in a row. Brilliant result from him. Here is Top Chef now. Can he make any overtake on Gary into the final turn? Will he send it? No, he won't. Gary thought about it on the Toro, so you're going to have Smoke come across the line in second. Will he stay second on circuit? Being emotional. Takes second. After penalties, Top Chef takes the final step of the podium as well after penalties, and Smoke drops down to 4th. That's a bit of a shame for Smoke, because he was having a really good race, but I mean, really good drive from Being Emotional as well. Second place out of that in the end. But Dorsey finishes the race in first. I believe he also picks up fastest lap of the race as well. Picked up no penalties in that race. Really good race from him. But Being Emotional started from 10th into second place. I mean, I haven't heard the results yet on the Driver of the Day vote, but I tell you what, that's got to be a top contender there.
Yeah.
Top Chef finishes in the final podium position. He started in 8th as well, so a good comeback drive from him as well. Smoke just lost out on second place there due to penalties. He finishes home in 4th. We've got Scott Laney in the Red Bull, who finishes in 5th. Jules finishes in 6th. ST2RH finishes in 7th. Zach, who somehow ended up picking up some points, he only picked up 3 seconds worth of penalties in that race, so a really good result from him. He finishes in 8th. Hickman finishes in 9th. Nicklaw finishes in 10th. Hickman finishes in 11th. Gareth finishes in 12th. Orange Crush finishes in 13th, and sadly Steve-O crashed early on in the race and won't pick up any points either.